Hello and welcome back to another episode of King Arthur Knight's Tale. My name is Ike and this is the blind playthrough on the hardest difficulty, and we are just having a lot of fun with this awesome game. Time for the gathering. Our main party has assembled. It is time for Sir Mordred and the crew to do a little redo. We're following the main storyline and attacking the gathering of the tribes. Apparently Picts are going to be there and Fomorians, so just the type of caliber of enemies that we would be expecting. And I'm looking forward to level most of the other heroes. I'm having a blast. Act 4 so far is great. Having those three distinct parties.
Knights of Camelot.
Finally, all of the heroes have come online, so we can fight a bit with them. Eder, the sorcerer, greetings. Are you the armed companion I was told to expect here?
Yes, I am. I've already lost a few warriors, and my scouts warned about a large group approaching us.
No worry, we're here.
The Picts are here! To arms!
Well, unless the Picts really stepped up their game.
Stop the painted savages! These knights will help you.
Unless they stepped up their
What's
game,
it gonna be?
I'm going to have a bit of a problem here.
None can stand in my way.
So Nick is creating a bone ring, interesting. Picked sorcerers. Let's see, if I push one to the back, Lorelei for instance, and then we're just fire breathing. That's a bit too long for fire breath.
I could be of
Just
some
double
help,
checking.
I suppose.
Three. That's two insta kills. Damn, what happened to Merlin? He's becoming like this absolute murder hobo machine. Just one short. Two. We could push him here and then make it 3. Or we're pushing Nick back. Has a lot of physical. Does he have knockback immunity? No, he does not.
For my Camelot.
Alright. Mordred moves to here.
Your command.
Weapon damage for Balin.
You think I can't fight?
Push him back. Nick is
What do you want?
in a dangerous spot. 15 more spells. We're immediately killing one. Man, the damage is crazy. She's burning for 66. Oh my lord. Good. Just to be sure. We're putting some more enemies over, some more distractions over here. And
For king and country.
what else do we want to do? I think going in is not the wrong idea.
For my Camelot.
If you make him vulnerable, he resisted. Okay, never mind.
Your orders?
How is that even a thing? We're dealing so much damage now.
For Avalon.
How about deleting these two? Feels almost like we're one-rounding the entire map.
For my Camelot.
For king and country. For the round table.
Take him out. And Lorelei will also die. Crazy. Zero damage. That still can hurt. Okay, they slowly but surely come in and just get all of them down. I think we, if I am recalling correctly, we had a couple on to hit effects. Maybe I'm misremembering.
For the round table.
Doesn't matter, we just need
had no time to. My name is Edon.
Into safety.
I am one of
now
the
on.
sages of the Blackthorn Council.
How could you help
We've
us
already
exactly?
sent out some scouts. They found a bridge not far from here, where the Picts set up a large camp.
Okay, I
The
can. I
leaders
remember
of
that.
the savages
bridge.
are already there. And I suppose the knights you are looking for must have crossed through. I'll
Good.
join you, but I must leave my warriors here. They will guard the road.
So we got Eden the sorcerer with a little bit of lightning damage and some force bolt. Okay, seems legit. More spells means Merlin gets his stuff off quicker. And this here is such a different,
now I know
let's
why
say,
the Picts are
experience
gathering here.
than
This
with a
rock
third
is
team.
ancient and very dangerous, and they have already tapped
There are
the
a couple
magical
of
powers of the
characters,
stone before.
casters in particular, and a few synergies like Sage and Champion that seem very, very, very strong. To the point where I
Let's have a
wonder
look.
if it
Watch your
trivializes
steps.
some of the challenges.
Knights, destroy them all.
Kill the guards. Then we must deal with that giant at the bridge. I say that we should ambush that creature.
Okay, well. This thing had the spit, right? Yeah, I remember it with a stupid stun.
I fight for honor.
We're definitely going to give ourselves the 10 hit points this time. Not that many
Swords or
spells
sorcery?
left. So let's go over here. That's one option. The other one is we could pick chosen here all the way into here. I think that's the better choice. It should take the remaining damage now. 700. Oh, that's absolutely insane.
I fight for honor.
Good, we got ourselves an ice wall.
Time to feed the ravens.
Your command?
Then, how about... teleport to here. Double this. Oh, we have another problem back there. I see how it is.
For king and country.
Okay, well
Time to
that's
feed
definitely
the
an issue.
ravens.
At your service, my lord.
For king and country.
Teleport. Into a little bit of this. The guy who is very much left behind. Is our sorcerer here.
Kneel before your king.
Your orders?
Yeah, Balin charged in very, very, very far. The shamans are not so much a problem, but the Burrow Queen. Yeah, lightning storms will not really make a big difference. The heal is nasty, and the firestorm can be nasty as well.
Oh, just a flesh wound.
Okay. Could have been worse. Could have been substantially worse. We're pushing him in
I could be
into
of
his
some
own
help, I
into
suppose.
his own demise. Love it. Good. Oh, that immediately triggered. Okay.
At your service, my lord.
How convenient. And so many spells were cast by the enemies as well. Moves to here. Double backstep.
At your service, my lord. For honor.
Hit. Unfortunate. Wait.
Time to
This will
feed
give us
the
enough.
ravens.
I fight for
She
honor.
does she have enough to no?
For my
Not
Camelot.
yet. Maybe if we are moving up. I'm just trying to get the inspire going so that I can finish it this
Too
turn.
late to run now.
Your command.
Sword or sorcery?
But the answer is it's not going to happen.
charge.
Good. End of turn.
I'm not even bleeding.
Great, but you should know that we'll need to deal with some
I remember
Arthurian
how
beasts
difficult those
too.
beasts were. I was just sitting there and hoping to find a great way to ignore their spit that automatically stuns.
Look,
The shadows from the past
And
are
now the
gathering
answer is
again.
just you out-damage them.
A terrible presence is pushing at the boundaries of my Avalon.
I think with Merlin
Equal shares to all.
and Genevieve and Balin, I've trivialized the game a bit.
easy there.
A prize for the blood
I will try
and
to
sweat.
use this here as often as necessary,
My men are outnumbered.
meaning in
We
the
must help
main
them.
missions and still in order to be the highest level group, but I definitely want to play the other groups as well because, no offense, but this here
At your
feels
service, my lord.
quite easy. You know what? I like a front to
Kneel
back fight.
before your king.
Let's do this.
At your service, my lord. Do you need any wise words?
I can take them all.
I fight for honor.
At your service, my lord.
Time to feed the ravens.
Go. This guy here is a bit of a challenge, but we should be able to move or work around him.
Your orders.
Game begins and first artifact triggers. Immediate
Your
damage to
orders?
all of them.
Your command.
From here to here would be good as well. That's actually better even. Shield breaker, man. Merlin is not having any of it. Few distractions here
I
and there.
can take them all.
Mordred charges in.
For king and country.
Better if we use Balin. One, two. That's a fantastic hit.
For honor.
Time to feed the ravens.
I fight for honor. For king and country.
For my Camelot.
Good, more vulnerability.
What do you want from me?
About an ice wall from here to here, or even better. Nah, this is fine. Does he have 2x2 slash? 2x6, yeah, okay. He's slowed, however. Which means that... this here will make him furious. Need to take care of my girl for a second. The part about having children is after you are done being sick, they start being sick. So, Thunderbolt. Let's clap this guy and... we're just breaking a bit of his armor. Nothing major, but I think we're going to be okay. We killed all of them before they could even do the invulnerability. That's funny. The game also gives us so many supporters. I wonder sometimes how the mission difficulty is calculated. So, despite the fact that we have an absolutely overpowered party, okay? Here, you fight against 2 Fomorian giants and granted quite a bit of Picts. Fair enough. But the Picts aren't really that big of a deal. And you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 men that are fighting on your side. The other encounters in the last mission with the Red Knight, I felt were way, way higher tuned than the ones here. And you had no one. And you didn't even have a lot of space so that you can kite it. I get it. Some encounters are going to be more difficult than others, but this seems grossly out of range. This guy here, a huge Fomorian giant, massive, massive Fomorian, hits for 48. He throws for 20, like they are hit up to the 40s. The knights that we fought before, they were hitting for 60, 70 points of damage. I don't know what it is, but the only explanation that I do have is that the tuning has been wildly off. Alright, Genevieve
Your command?
moves to here.
For honor.
One of the giants down. Another one down.
Kneel before your king.
Good.
I could be of some help, I suppose.
Merlin. Teleports. And listen, we're just going to Overwatch. I'm not going to pretend that that encounter here isn't already completely and fully over. We're maybe going to lose this one guy here. And that's pretty much about it. This pig is toast. Simply because he ate too many backstabs. Well, you can't fault these guys here for not being brave, right? So he has 10 hit points and he still runs into this huge giant. There we
Let's
go.
see if I could help.
Now it's time to answer my question. How much burning damage do we get with a normal fireball? 23. Let's keep that in mind. And vulnerability. Once we
orders?
have like the split version where you have multiple bolts coming.
What's it gonna be?
None can stand in my way.
Because then we see if burning applies like once or tries. And if it applies 3 times, indeed, then that would be fantastic.
command?
Of course, only assuming that it applies 3 times at its full value and not just applies 3 times but then limited at 33%, so that it doesn't make any difference.
Kneel before your king.
At your service, my lord.
One too short. That's unfortunate.
Your command.
For king and country.
We're just going behind here. Should be out of sight. Good, and the poisonous fighters are finally going to run them down. All of them also have Inspire, thanks to Guinevere. In larger armies, the skill is even more busted than it normally is. And it might be enough to just get that giant down. He goes down to 1 hit point. What a mega chat. Yeah, they got him. Unbelievable. What an
None
absolute
left
giga
standing.
chat this guy
What a
is.
surprise.
Poisoned, bleeding, 1 hit point, but dealt the fatal blow. Alright. I'm having way too much fun with that. Okay, back to my original train of thought. I think the mission balance or imbalance is a bit off. Might be just me, but can't just be the types of characters that we're running. That's not possible. Yes, that contributes to it. But this mission here, with the team from last mission, would have been significantly easier than the last mission.
Lionskins, here. Kill them.
So you're telling me that a little bit of a bone wall is going to
What's it gonna be?
a problem for us?
I
Sure.
fight for honor.
Everybody already gets some damage. How far are we? 11 more spells. Okay.
Kneel before your
Mordred
king.
moves
What
in.
do you want from me?
Merlin follows as per the usual.
Your command.
Teleports here.
Your command?
Drops another spell. Alright, Eden the Sorcerer. It's mainly just to drop another spell.
You think I can't
and
fight?
we're at 6 months. Ah, never mind. That's still too much. Good, the crows are now at stab attack, so whatever his name is.
Your command?
Saving the rest of
Your
our
orders?
AP.
None can stand in my way.
And do a bit of this. Just making sure that they are not using their invulnerability, and then everything's fine. Firestorm, okay. Yeah, those... It's also maybe a matter of... These here, their only advantage is power numbers, right? So if you do have AoE,
Your orders?
then all of this becomes meaningless. Really, what are they going to do? He has Stone Shell, completely negates 3 incoming hits. Fair enough. But that doesn't help him with AoE damage, does it? No, it does not. Ah, too bad.
What do you want from me?
I think he's already dead, by the way. Burns for 39. Maybe the
For
burning
king and
is
country.
being shown incorrectly.
At your service, my
Never
lord.
mind.
For Camelot.
Kneel before your king.
Good, bring it on.
For king and country.
What do you want from me?
You take your friend.
Your orders?
You also slowed. And we make it more difficult. Oh, wait. We still had him. Fair enough. Overwatch. End turn. Okay.
Your command? For honor.
And our
still
damage
prefer a
is
more peaceful solution.
unhinged. Barely lost any armor, barely lost anything really. Last 25% more damage, sure. Balin says thank you.
We all could use some rest.
We struck gold.
Not sure if we really
No
need a lot
more
of rest
idling
here.
under my command.
But I figured full fresh armor before whatever fight comes next is going to be alright. This the Baylor again? I think we fought one of these guys with Frost Team Bridge Guard. Shield Bash, Roar for Weaken. So yeah, I think it's pretty much him.
For king and country.
Oh, wrong target.
Do you need any
Merlin,
wise
2 more
words?
spells, so rather hurry up with it. Good, that's 1. And this will trigger. Oh, wow. The bridge guard almost just died. Purely based on the crazy damage.
I fight for honor. For honor.
None can stand in my way.
Are we
At your
almost
service, my
one
lord.
rounding this entire thing here? I think if I would have really desperately tried, I might as well had one rounded it.
I fight for honor.
None can stand in my way.
Your command.
Matter of fact, maybe I actually can. Nah, barely not.
For king and country.
That felt strangely invigorating.
Who is going to need this?
What a crazy fight. Merlin casually drops 550 damage on that giant. I think this was the map where we even gotten Merlin in the first
Your
place.
orders?
Pretty sure it is.
Do you need any wise words?
Be good to not do it. Just in case someone comes to us, might as well put a bit of
Time
protection
to
out.
feed the ravens. Your head is mine.
I fight for honor.
None can stand in my way.
That's a double.
Time to feed the ravens.
Your command.
You know that into just taking this guy out.
Your command.
The pig and the Fomorian. I remember now the story also makes sense because some of the pigs wanted to bring back the Fomorian, and that was the whole debate around it here.
For king and country.
Now it all makes sense.
No honor.
At your service, my lord.
So push that a tiny bit back. And
What do you want?
Merlin slows this guy. Teleports to here in order to casually do this. Then forces the pig to attack his own body. 8 more
For king
spells.
and
fair enough.
country. At your service, my lord.
Your orders.
Your command?
One more boar.
For the
Two
round
more.
table.
Everybody got hit. Nice.
For
3,
Camelot.
4.
Kneel before your king.
At your service, my lord.
Teleport to there.
Just a nick. You coward.
Time to feed the ravens.
Overwatch moves up. I know who's going to slay her next turn. And that was an easy and very impressive demonstration of our physical might.
A foul blow.
Alright, Mordred kills him.
Your command.
We do that into everybody gets more AP,
Your command?
into Balin, completely and 100% obliterates Adier.
This has brought back some memories.
Yes, I was just saying that this is where Merlin also fought.
I hoped for something more.
And we killed Mordred's mother here. Listen, might as well. Not that we've taken quite a bit
Time
of
for
damage,
some
but
silent contemplation.
it's fine. We went through here, and I
I
think the
seem to
final fight
remember
was
this
sort
place.
of down there.
The rock will be on the right. With every step we take, darkness is growing. That night we seek must be there.
Worms of the earth.
This time they got 3 of those worms. Okay, just in case. Didn't work the last few times, but this time will work.
For king and country.
Alright, let's do this. Do that. Into melee weapon damage.
Sword or sorcery?
Into this. Or alternatively, I mean, we could do something along the lines of this here. Likely the better play. How far? I can't really place it that far. Let's do this, because then these 2 worms are likely soon being taken care of. We just need to do 12 more spells. And with the speed that we are casting, that should not be a problem.
For king and country.
Time to feed the ravens.
Good, a couple of blessed mothers later. And we're moving in.
I can take them all.
Need to hurt that
For
prime
king
guy
and
there a
country.
bit more.
You think I can't fight?
One hit. Another hit. And we have 3
At your
more
service,
spells.
my lord.
Okay, maybe it is closer than I would have expected.
I can take them all.
How do we get more
I
damage?
fight for honor.
Your command?
Backstab. The only logical answer.
Your orders?
3 more spells.
Your command?
We
None
still will
can
need
stand
people
in
to
my
die.
way.
I could be of some help, I suppose.
Good. That is chill. And do we have one more spell in us?
At your service, my lord.
We kind of do. That should have been a spell. There we go. 2 more dead. That frees up an attack here, but not a kill. Unfortunate. But my main objective is reached. The 3 worms are down. That's okay.
None can stand in my way.
Pretty close to one rounding them, but pretty close is just not it. 60 damage on Mordred is crazy.
Kneel!
No worries, we have your back.
Are you kidding me? Are you for real now?
I fight for honor.
For king and country.
Time to feed the ravens.
Can't believe that we have taken vitality damage.
What do you want from me?
At your service, my lord.
Actually, moderately pissed that that happened.
We stood our ground proudly.
What an interesting find.
Yeah, problem is
Rest and listen to the
Mordred
world.
will not get back the vitality. That's the only thing that I'm concerned. The rest is really whatever.
We all could use some rest.
Equal shares to all.
Damn, 2 thunderbolts and they both went through. And he already has 100. Well, the armor didn't really count.
This should not be happening. The rock is alive.
Sir Mordred, my nemesis. Wherever I go, you seem to follow. When I find a cause to fight for, you'll try to destroy it.
When you find your cause, you will tear down everything to make it real. Your hubris has been your weakness. Your legacy is just a series of failures. I have been feared and despised all my life. But you are the real monster here.
Sir Mordred, listen to me. You still don't understand what's happening here. We still might have time to save Avalon.
Your madness has no bounds. You are a broken man with grand delusions. Yes, I must save Avalon from you.
You're still a fool, Mordred. You're dabbling in matters you can't understand.
Well, you're leading an army of demons, so it's not necessarily a super good argument from your side. Just pointing that out here.
Jagged rock. It's piercing through the veil of reality, tearing a ragged hole into Avalon from beyond. I can close that rift, but first I must reach the rock. Help me.
Good. These blessed mothers need to die.
You think I can?
I've learned my lesson the last time. The hard way.
I fight for honor.
Sword or sorcery?
How many more spells, by the way? 7. Okay.
None can stand in my way.
Mordred goes in.
At your service, my lord.
And knocks a few down.
For king and country.
Two spells. One more spell.
Do you need any wise words?
The damage against 4 is crazy.
Your command? For Camelot.
Kneel before your king.
Good. Look at the end. I think it was just
Your
as much
orders?
the completely OP combination of characters that we had and the tactic. This little stone that produces a giant every single round is not going to matter too much in the grand scheme of things. My concern with Mordred, frankly speaking, is how do I get the vitality back?
Do you need any wise words?
For king and country.
Good. Sorcerer we go in. Do a little bit of this.
Time to feed the ravens.
Then we go to here. That
For Camelot.
and that.
None can stand in my way.
Oh, they are allowed to attack immediately? Oh, wow.
Your command?
Okay, way less safe than I thought it would be.
Charge.
1, 2.
At your service, my lord.
This and that. And this.
Your command?
I I can take them all.
Mordred moves to here. Well, fabulous. We lost yet another
It worked!
friendly sorcerer.
I think I can hold back the darkness for a while, but not forever. You must find a way to close the tear.
In order to do that, we must find
Finding
Arthur
won't
first.
be difficult. He is on the other side of this gate.
Can I follow Arthur there?
Yes, but make all the necessary preparations before you return to me. I could keep the tear open and the darkness at bay for a while.
What an interesting find.
Good, we got a staff, whatever that is. And I think we had the ability of with Mordred to regain some vitality. I gave that to him at the beginning. I was like, yeah, nah, we never really need that. But maybe for this time we actually will need it. Lament of Kawinak. The hero's attack would leave a unit below 10%. Killed, okay. Knockback pushes one tile further. More damage, Force Bolt, which we don't have. That's an Actor one. I don't know if that's a good one. I don't like the -2 tile on ranges. The knockback isn't that great. So Tigir returned. The knight sent out the feast. Has formed strong ties with the crazed knight. Our host was pleased that he sent us gold and building resources. Okay, cool. Tigir, you're the man. Couple of item upgrades finished. We're going to take a look at them in a second. Injury recoveries. Level up. Level up. Level up. And a new challenge reward. Grants immunity to burning to the selected hero. That's a fantastic one. Not sure if I'm yet going to use it, but that's neat. I mean, Merlin can get burning immunity himself. Might be something for her, because she would then be freeze, chill immune. We can get her stun immunity, then she has like all of the major... Then here she has all of the major immunities, and she's the one who can remove slow, freeze, stun from affected units. Burning, yeah, I mean, it's a nasty condition, but the enemy isn't really using it to the same degree that we're using it. So I will just put that out there as well. Good. I think we're at the point where Chain Lightning makes sense, and then AP cost reduction and more shock, because that is something that I've been pushing. Kind of that can has been kicked down the road for so long. At some point you just need to face it. More damage here would be good. Well, we could also do Whirlwind as another AoE. The question is, how many AoEs do we really need? We have like this and this, which both of them work very well. From time to time, sporadically, we're doing Cleave. Unless we're like teleporting really into 6 and then Whirlwinding, and then it's going to be great. I don't know, man. This here makes stun and slow better. We don't have slow on this. We don't have stun on this, so that's a bit a waste. Pulverize -1 would be good. I think that would be excellent. The Smite the Weak would be good. Six extra armor would also be actually really, really good. Good question. He's not outnumbered very long. He's very different to Lancelot in this regard, because he's just getting spoon-fed all of the kills. So that's really not the problem. The question is, do we want one last time pulverize and more damage here? I think this is a no-brainer because it just makes the whole thing better. Cooldown with pulverize not that important. It's great to have it, don't get me wrong, but it's like not the make or break of all. This could be an interesting one as well. Vulnerability 20% isn't bad. I actually value that highly. The other option is straight up 6 armor. I mean, 6 armor is a lot. Did we ever meet a situation where we had no hit points? No, typically not. So then this here is huge weapon damage in the right circumstance, because movement costs so much more. But with a lot of AoEs, you can still pull off crazy moves with that. I think you can't really get rid of it, but you can deal a lot of damage. I favor his mobility though. On the other hand, he has a lot of extra movement that he gains from on-kill effects. Here, this plus this 2 movement on kill into base movement, maybe that's really not that bad. Let's get Smite the Weak first and pulverize. That's a no regret move. I would like to get the 6 armor, so that we're getting as well, and Rampage I think is good as well. Penalty to movement reduced to 50. Well, that is not, that isn't a problem anymore. 1 armor per kill for duration. No way, the duration of Rampage strikes AP is reduced by 1. Damn, I should read all of the stuff. That is strike down to 3. Okay, Rampage immediately as the next one into AP cost. More armor breaking is good, but we would go that into that and less penalty. And then potentially here. Okay, well that's good to know. Then for Genevieve, what do we want to do? A little bit of a vitality restoration is fine, we don't have that at the moment. I also noticed that the Prime team doesn't have perception. Hidden loot, therefore, is a bit sparse. We gain 1 movement and perception, which is okay, like that's the baseline we're talking about. This here is 3 base hero armor, soon 4. Ranged attacks, also less damage. And its damage reflect. I mean, frost armor is, like, getting armor in general is good. I think that's better than perception. Ray of light, blinding, fantastic as well. And it would go down to 2 AP cost. I think we're taking the base here. Let's bring our armor up to a very respectable level. If I compare it to frontliners, she's actually tanky. And if we put that armor on top of it, the 4 unbreakable armor against range, and appreciate that we have the aura, that's not bad. Should maybe do extended aura at some point as well. That's, by the way, also not bad. Armor loss reduction. Yeah. Well, she will be, relatively speaking, tanky with that. Good, what else do we want to do here? We wanted extra cold damage and immunity to freeze would be good. She still didn't really have a good answer for anything ranged. Ice aura, just cycling spells. I think first we're doing extra damage for every frozen unit because this is so good with the setup that we're having. More damage against frozen units, generally more strike damage isn't bad either. I think if she ever begins to hit, because that's her main source of damage, might as well improve it. It's not always against frozen targets, so let's just give it 15%. Morgana, easy, quick casting, like I don't even need to look at anything else. This is the first thing we're doing. And then 10% hex intensity. 40% here is also good. Cooldown reduced by 1 is also not bad. So those two will be likely the next 2 that we're getting. Vulnerability on top of it is also nice. I think those 2 are the next 2 that we're getting. And then we do have Peleus, who also leveled up. Man, we did have a really full suite of characters. Still have shield charge that we could bring with him. Flurry, I mean, here's the thing, if we want to go more into damage dealing, Flurry for him would be a fantastic option. He also will regain more hit points with Unyielding by using Flurry. It's basically 2 for the price of 1. 3 if we skill it further. The weapon damage decreases by 2 each point of armor the hero currently possesses. Weakness, armor breaking. The weapon damage increases by each point of armor. This actually might be quite a potent AoE that we can use with him. But hardened armor is something that is important. And his physical debuff resist is still not great. Or not, let me put it that way, not where it is supposed to be. As a main tank, he should really excel at that. So that will also give him more hit points, more vitality. That's just all around a good investment. Hardened armor next, and then maybe robust again. Actually, maybe also battering ram. Who knows? Good. Ignore 100% of attacked units' block value. Or what? What? 8 damage and 8 armor piercing. This is like true damage? What are we talking about? %, of attacked units' block value, basic attacks, and armor piercing. I think, relatively speaking, that's not too bad for Sir Lancelot. He completely ignores block value, so he can go toe-to-toe with heavier armored champions. And good extra basic attack, which he will do a lot. And he's armor piercing on top of it, so that's not bad. Okay, we wanted one-hand weapons, one-hand swords to excel. So let's report rarity here. Thank you. And I just realized I was the first time in a while that I drank a potion with Mordred. Okay, what else do we want to upgrade? Do we have a level 10 weapon somewhere? Yes, we do, which means this level 10 weapon right here will become a level 15 one. Very good. What do we need to upgrade thematically, by the way? This here is fully upgraded. Market, training ground fully upgraded. Merchant can't upgrade that, so it's fully upgraded. What do we have here? Hero slot into vitality. I mean, that's all fine and good. Hospice. There are a couple of 10% permanent vitality. That could be good, so it's potentially something that we're upgrading. But I think beforehand we're upgrading this here for more regular updates. Did that give us a new reward? Yes, Essence of Willpower. Additional mental debuff resist with the hero. Alright. Something that Mordred, for instance, could use. I don't think he really needs a whole lot more. Like this would put him to 120 and he would be unimpeded. mostly. No slow, no death. The question is, does he really oftentimes get hit by it to begin with? They typically do have Merlin. Again, I don't know. Let's wait. I don't want to waste the last slot. So, and here, 3 more missions. What else did we get? Nothing like overly exciting. Seems more of the same. This here might be decent. 15% damage for the next melee attack for each spell cast since the last melee attack. 5 damage plus 5 damage for melee basic attacks and vulnerability. This actually might be interesting. Because we're casting a lot of spells, and that would mean Mordred. For starters, that would mean Mordred's base attack, which he's using very, 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 very often, also applies vulnerability. And he gets a lot of extra damage. Man, that's actually a pretty good sword. Poison damage, turn poison duration, okay. Gain 3 AP for the first kill each turn, teleports to the cloak. Let me just let that sink in. What? Gain 3 AP for the first kill each turn. That is crazy. Teleport to the next closest enemies within 4 tiles range after each kill. Plus 2 damage until the end of the encounter for each kill. That is likely the strongest, second strongest after this Immolated of Lament thing that I've ever seen. Alright, so this is definitely going to be a purchase. Holy smokes. This is abnormally good. No, that's the wrong one. Here. Wow. Which now means he just teleports from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And I do have a teleportation ring on top of it. Behave. Oh, behave. Oh, behave. That is just not okay anymore. Galahad can have the Wild One's head, which is, by the way, is still a fantastic item. But this here is completely blowing everything out of the water. Still like the item here, by the way. The spell Hexblade. Question is, who benefits the most? Because this here is crazy if you have a lot of spells. The Hex Mark. I think it actually would be Mordred to a degree. I could see someone like Lady Genevieve, and then this here, the 15% damage goes up crazily high compared with this here. 15% damage for next melee attack for each spell cast since the last spell. I don't know if they stack though, so that's why I wouldn't take it. Let me just say double spell cast, right? after 18 spells that have been cast. I think this is actually for each and every spell. Yeah, we're taking it. Which then leads this huge weapon. Armor breaking, damage in duels. Left over. And I have to wonder who should be the recipient of that. Who's dueling with a one-handed weapon? And who's breaking a lot of armor? I think this... Wait, Isolde... Let's do this. And where's the weapon? Okay, well, that seems to make a lot of sense. Crazy. I mean, the more crazy part, if we're being entirely honest, is this here. Beef of Bed. Oh boy. Game is completely escalating at this point. I love it, but it is crazy. Good. Well, look, that's the end of today's episode. We're just going to do a few minor events. Heroes receive double XP from events. Cool. That's not bad. Good. We're going to do that event in a second. First, I want to see we have a level 18 to level 19 and a level 21 quest. The Reckoning is 21. How's the last quest 18 and now this is 21? Okay, whatever. I can already see the main team is the one that is going to train. We need those levels. Merle is going to be level 20. Oh, that's a good start. Because it means that we can get another team leveled up soon-ish. And then the question now is who's going to go into
Belisar and the Blackthorn.
This. By the way, oh yeah, I should have mentioned that. Final adjustment. I realized that there's a pagan trait on Morgana, which means that whenever she's together with a Christian hero in a party, she gets a stacking permanent -1 loyalty. So for the 2 missions, we already have a -2. Can't let that happen, which means Sir Tigir is benched to group number 3. He and Boudica are similar enough so that it doesn't really matter that much, which I think is fine. Boudica is now officially level group number 2, Ice group, and she's going to be the main carry. I think that's good. And group number 3 gets a bit more crowd control in the form of traps, which might be not bad either. So
Belisar
here we're
and the
fighting
Blackthorn
against
Council.
Cursed Vassal. I think that's a good job for the team number 3, which frees up team number 2. And let's see, the sage who told us the 4 treasures. Mordred again, now she's asking for another tale, namely Castle Perillius, resident of the dark corner of Avalon, is known in the lair to be an evil knight who abducted princes and fought wandering champions to death. Finally, he was defeated by a young squire, who the hero made a terrible mistake in taking up the evil knight's sword, slowly turning him into the same monster. The sword is an ancient Cid relic, called the Sword of Nuada, the last of its kind, which can only be wielded by a knight worthy of Nuada, in ruthlessness and ferocity. Ruthlessness and ferocity. Well, I mean, that would be someone who's tyrant, right? Tyrant Old Faith, maybe? So here we got Old Faith, neutral not good, Old Faith, Old Faith. She is ruthless. Lady Morgana, that is. You know what? Why not? Go for it. Heal all of the injuries and we're good to go. And next time we're going to do the White Knight. Thanks a lot for watching. See you all in the next episode and bye bye.